Smut, smut, 1, 2.
Smut, smut, 3, 4.
Woohoo! You're listening to the Blush and Burn Books podcast, where we spread those pages and stir up all the feels from blush-worthy slow burns to heart-pounding spice. Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into the Blush and Burn Books podcast. I'm Laura Eakin.
And I'm Annie Baxter.
Let's talk about March and April books.
Let's talk about them. I was happy with all of them. So
I was not.
Go.
I was not impressed with some of my reads this last 2 months.
Tell me which book you want to start with. You start us off. Which one you want to start with?
Well, I had 2 DNFs. And then the last one that we just read, which was quite the interesting situation that we went through in a buddy read. So I think what we should do is tell me how many books you read in the month of March.
Whoa. You can't ask questions like that without making me be prepared.
I just counted how many I did.
Okay, well, give me a second. That was not what I thought you were going to ask.
Okay. Well, for the month of March, I read 12 books and 2 of those were DNFs.
All right, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making me go to the next page. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's more than I thought. That's more than I thought for March. Okay.
Honestly, I feel like the whole reason that I even had as many reads in March was because I read each part of Deeply Examined.
Well, so did I, and I counted.
So that added. I did too. So that was 3. And then at the beginning of March, oh my gosh, not the beginning. And then for the release of Deeply Examined, like the whole omnibus full story, I counted that as a read as well, but that went towards April. So, but I also included the 2 books that I DNF'd because I gave them 1-star reviews. So there's that.
Okay, well, why don't we start with what you DNF'd in March?
Okay.
And how do you know you DNF'd it? Do you mark it in your Goodreads?
I give it 1 star. 1 star is a DNF for me. But that's how my rating system goes. So for my rating system, I mark it as a 1 star.
Okay.
So the first one that I DNF'd was The Last Dragon King by Leah Stone.
I recall this.
This one was really, really hard.
You just didn't like it.
Well, I didn't like it at all. So this one was actually really hard. It covers infant loss as well as like miscarriage and stillborn. But I did not anticipate it to be to the extent that it was. It was a lot. So it was like excessively done. And then they're like, well, the king still needs to have a queen and needs to like get another heir. Needs an heir. And so it was all about this guy needs an heir. So
it just completely like took over the whole
it took over the whole thing. So you have this transition of needing or like infant loss and grief, but also needing an heir. So it was just kind of this weird transition of like, oh, we need this, but we have this, but we need this, and we have this. It was a very odd push and pull, and I just was not impressed.
Okay. Was it considered a YA?
It is considered YA.
Young adulting? or I'm not sorry. I meant new adult.
I would say it's new adult because I believe that she is 19, if I'm not wrong. Let me see what I put in my review. I thought I put her age. Nope, I didn't put her age in there. But I think that she's like 19. Maybe 20. I'm not
I
100%
would consider
positive
that
now.
new adult, then I don't think that's young adult.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's listed on the spine from Bloom. It's listed as Bloom Young Adult.
Yeah.
So take that for what that's worth.
Okay.
But I would say that it is actually new adult. But that was the first one that I DNF'd. I got to like 60 something percent and was like, yeah, nope, I'm out.
Got it.
The other one that I DNF'd that you also DNF'd because you didn't get all the way
Did I
through this
DNF
one.
a book?
You
I
did.
DNF'd a book? What did I DNF?
You and I both DNF'd Hard Bubbles.
Okay, I actually don't have that. I don't have that on my Goodreads card. I did actually.
Because you made it at least 30 to 50% of that book.
Did I?
Mm-hmm. You did.
I did actually. That's sad that I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I'm going to mark you as red.
Yeah.
Sir.
I DNF'd at 60%. I said, this book was interesting. I didn't know where it was going, but it took some weird turns for my brain. Not my jam. This one was hard. It was basically like, it's supposed to be this shifter world. And shifters have kind of come back to the world as a whole, like the regular, like Earth realm, or like above, I don't know, what do you call that? The normal human world, shifters have come in. So because you have all these shifters here, they're like trying to find their mates and whatnot. Well, this dude is a mer shifter, which is like really, really uncommon for them to even come above ground, and they don't talk about what they do. Like they come out of the water and they don't talk about what they are. So while this is all like transpiring, he finds his mate in a bar. And then
that's right.
There's this weird.
Okay, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah. And did this have the alleyway scene?
Yes. So they literally are he has convinced. This is how it feels. He has convinced her to leave the bar, and he alludes to this reference of cocks, as if there's two. And we're
listen,
like, oh, okay.
No one's complaining about that, okay?
No, nobody's complaining about that part.
As long as you know how to use said cocks.
Appendages.
I don't know what I can say on YouTube.
I don't know what we can say either.
So I'm going to say that this is going to be a learning experience because this is live. And I don't know. And
yeah, I don't know either. Who knows? So anyway, he keeps having these references to both of his apparatuses. And he convinces her to leave the bar and they're going to go back to his house. Well, there's another creature out there in the alleyway. And he's like, if I tell you to run, run. And she doesn't run. She tries to fight. And then kind of runs, but kind of doesn't. And then she's trying to find the guy, but she ends up finding the vampiric mer creature instead, who said,
that's what was kind of weird, right?
You could be my mate. I'll take care of you.
But that was what was kind of weird. Is like
it was
somehow
so
we had
weird.
Like vampires like brought into the mix.
I don't know. But when he started trying to like take her underwater, that's when I got lost. Because she's like, shouldn't I be feeling pressure? Like, how am I okay? Well, apparently there was like a drop of myrrh in her to allow
like a
her to be able
teeny
to be in the
drop,
water. Like she had somebody
teeny.
in her family line was a mermaid beforehand. So she had like a drop of myrrh blood. And that's how he was able to find her to be his mate. And then I skipped ahead a little bit because I'm like, I'm interested in these two appendages. And this is how I imagine them. Right? Like sticking out. One up above, one below, kind of like forking off of each other from the base.
I would think. I don't think like that. I think you got them like this.
That's what I mean. Stacked on top of each other, but kind of like boop. If your husband
Boop.
walked in right now.
Boop. I don't
Right.
think they go like this.
But I think that if he gets hard, it's up. And then this one just kind of does what it's going to do. I don't know if the bottom one gets hard or not. I couldn't get that far into it.
Why would it not?
I don't know. Because the way he talked about it was like my primary, he called it his primary cock in this book. And I'm just like, whatever. And then he talks about creating a foam nest with the second one.
Okay.
For her to lay her eggs.
Okay.
I was
it's
gone.
Just too
I
much.
was lost. It was too much for me. I was like, nope, I'm out.
Puppies.
I bailed because I was like, I can't hang with that. I wanted the spice to be good. I wanted it to be there and it just wasn't. And I was like, this is just too awkward. Like, I'm uncomfortable reading this. And like, not in a good way. I wasn't fidgeting in my seat. This was a no. So those are the two that I DNF'd. And technically you did also DNF Hard Bubbles.
Okay, well, I'm going to put it in here right now, actually, because you're right. I did read that. And part of me wonders if I literally thought that it was. Here's what's sad. I probably thought that it was not even worth the rate, like even putting it in my Goodreads because I didn't. And I admit that if I read it on my Kindle and I don't make it to the end, sometimes that rating does not go into my Goodreads because I'll forget.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, we were at Romance Out West.
Yeah, we were.
When I was trying to just like get through it, and I'm reading lines to you guys, and you're like, "Please, for the love, stop."
I know we had to like be like, "Okay, we're done."
Yeah. But other than those, my month was full of a lot of 4 stars. I had 1 5-star, but everything else was 4 stars. Should I go through them rapid fire?
Yes, rapid fire away, and I'm going to look at mine while you're rapid firing.
All right. So, rapid fire in order of completion. There was The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. I gave this 4 stars, and I also gave it a nope, I want to view my review. This was Half a Chili Pepper. I then read book 2 in the Golden Wolf series by Shannon Mayer. This was Glitter. I gave this one 4 stars, and it got 2 chili peppers. I read Deeply Examined Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, and they all got 4 stars, and it is a 3 chili pepper read. Or did we bump that to 4? Do you remember? I think I bumped it to 4 because it's enough
right
of a
in
kink.
Between.
Yeah, I think I bumped it. Next on the list is Kingdom of Claw, book 2 from the Ashen series by Demi Winters. I gave this 4 stars, and it is a 1 chili pepper read. Flawless, which was also a book club book, I gave that 4 stars and a 2.5 chili pepper. I read Shamrock Kisses. This is a novella by Serena Peer. And I gave this 4 stars, 2.5 chili peppers. It was a fun little novella.
Yeah.
I then read It's a Date Again by Geneva Rose. 4 stars. and this is a green bell pepper. This is like, there's almost no alluding to any kind of sex on page. Like, if there is, it's so minuscule that it's like just a blip on the radar. I classify that as a green bell pepper. I then completed the second Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, with my children, and I gave that 5 stars. And that was my March.
Okay. All right.
You sound so defeated by your March.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, March was kind of a fucking mess. Okay? I kind of am.
You.
I think you're right. I was like slightly defeated. I think March kind of like wrecked
March
me a
was
little.
your rough month compared to like
I know.
Other ones for me.
It's true. Okay, cool. So we have first, I guess I have Heart Bubbles. Second, Blood of My Monster. This one was by Rena Kent. I gave this 3 stars. I actually liked it enough to keep going. I think I probably am going to bump it to 3.5, but it wasn't enough to give it a 4. We have deeply examined. 1, 2, 3. I gave them all 4 stars.
What chili pepper did you give Blood of My Monster?
Okay, so Blood of My Monster is, I didn't actually put a chili pepper in here, but I'm gonna give it a 3. It's a solid 3. You get the I would call the whole series a 3. It's not necessarily kink, but there is a intensity and a level of aggressiveness that now that I think about it, I'm probably going to add to some of my ratings when I do my peppers, because I haven't ever thought about this quite before, but we may need to talk about this a little bit and consider it, is that I do think sometimes there is a level of aggression and intensity that can amp up my peppers.
Gotcha. Right? I like that.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so then we have Glitter, which is by Shannon Mayer. I gave that 4 stars. And that pepper for Glitter, I mean, I didn't.
There's not a lot on page, but what is on there is yummy.
It's just really good.
I don't honestly think you get more than 3 on page.
No. But I think it's maybe like a 2.5, maybe 3, somewhere between a 2 and a 3 pepper.
Yeah.
Heart of My Monster, which is book 2 of or Heart of My Monster is book 3. Oh, it looks like my dates are just off. So I read there's 3 books in Blood of My Monster by Rena Kent, and I did all of those. Let's see. Then we move into Promised in Blood. This is the second book of the Broken Bloodline series by Sadie Kincaid. The first book is called Forged in Blood. I really like this series. It is no joke. It's not for the faint of heart. They are vampires. They do vampire things. And it's kinky. So this is a 4 star. Or this is a 4 pepper. And if I'm being honest, there's probably some stuff in there that people will probably push up to like maybe even a 5.
Yeah.
I might, it's a definite 4.5 without blinking, right?
Without batting an eye.
Yeah, and the whole series continues like this. So and the last book of the series just came out, and I have not read it yet. It's called Bound in Blood, and I look forward to finishing and wrapping this series up. Okay. Then I read a book called Vicious Secrets. That is 4 stars. This is by Morgan Bridges. She also wrote a book called Son of a Gun.
Wasn't that the Once You Were Mine?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Once You Were Mine series. And I really enjoyed that series. So I really, really liked that series. I gave this 4 stars. This is definitely a 3 pepper. Then I read Gossamer, which is the Golden Wolf series by Shannon Mayer.
That's the last book in that series. I still need to do that one.
I have a couple of these I'm going to throw out. These are both by Rebecca Kenny. We were trying to do a themed month for book club, correct? Now,
yes.
With saying that, this burned me out. True? True.
Yes.
It burned me out. I found that I was trying to pre-read books before we put them out for book club, and it was legit killing me because I was reading, I don't even know, multiple books, and I just wasn't happy with some of them to put them forward for book club.
Yeah.
Not that they were bad, it's just that I was trying to find a level of what I wanted for book club, and I was struggling.
We weren't getting there.
I read these 2 pirate books. One is called Captive of the Pirate King, and the second book is called Slayer of the Pirate Lord. These are both in a series of interconnected pirate books. Here's what I found. The first 75% of both of these books were fairly decent. I really enjoyed the story. Like, it was not like deep, but it was a decent story. I was like, I can enjoy this, right? And then the last 25%, for some reason, did not end well. They were, I don't know what happened, but they both ended horrible. And do you remember I called you actually when I read Captive of the Pirate King?
You were
and
like,
I thought
that was
this was such a decent book.
Yeah.
And in the end, like, not to spoil or anything, but they fucking killed her brother. And I was like, what just happened? Like, what happened to like my redemption arc? Like, I'm a big believer in a redemption arc. Like,
Yeah.
Like, throw it in there and wrap me up in a happy ever after. But whatever. And then I felt the same way with Slayer of the Pirate Lord, remember? I just, for some reason, the endings of these
every time at the end was hard for you.
No. So, needless to say, that did not, but I gave them 3 stars because I felt like the first half of the books were really good. Let me move into, I'm bumping into April. Nope,
Now you're in April.
Well, nope, I'm good. That's it. That's my March. And if I'm being honest, I think that's probably why I was a little frustrated with March, is because I had a couple books. I just felt like everything I was doing was just not like point.
Well, it's because we were trying for things to be on point for book club. And when we do that, it tends to fall back on like, well, will book club like that? Will book club like this? Will they not? Will they rip it apart? We want to pick something that they're going to enjoy.
The responsibility of that weighed on me
so hard.
So hard that I was like, I felt like I was just taking too much of that on.
Yep.
And we don't have to go into it now, but we came up with a better system that I'm already in love with. So I
love it too at this point, because
I'm
it takes the stress off of you
continues.
and me and everybody else that we were doing stuff with.
Correct. So did you read any 5 stars in March?
The only one I read was what I would classify is Harry Potter #2.
Got it.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, the nostalgia of that just is top notch.
I want you to know, though, that all my Deeply Examines were very, very close to being a 5-star read.
I would agree.
So, and so I think I don't want to discount those, because I think that those could be like honorary mentions. Like,
absolutely.
I think we could probably throw those up into where I will be telling people about them.
Absolutely.
I also will probably be talking to people about my Forged in Blood, if by Sadie Kincaid, if I think that that's going to be in their
Yes.
wheelhouse of like what they want, right? Because
Yeah.
that is not for the lighthearted, right?
Yeah.
Like there's some scenes in that I mean, they deal with blood.
I got some phone calls. I do
Okay,
recall.
on all levels, and it's not. But I don't know why, man. But Sadie Kincaid makes that shit hot, so
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. No, and I think you're right. I will recommend Out Deeply Examined. And so far, the Golden Wolf series by Shannon Mayer, I will also recommend Out.
I agree. If you like shifter stuff, it was
Yep.
fantastic. And it
Absolutely.
was very I think this okay, I this is the word that came to me, and I feel like if I had a better word for it, I'd love it. I want to say digestible, but I feel like that's like maybe not even quite the right word for it.
It's
It was
consumable. It's
so
easy to
easy
consume.
to
It
read,
was
and it was like
wonderful.
so like it flowed so well that I was like I didn't feel like I was like you get these books that are just so wordy, right? It's like
Yes.
there's just so many like words packed in, like so many like descriptive words like packed into this, and it's like this moved where you were
Yeah.
just like, and you know what's funny, when we talk to Shannon and she talks, you're like, oh, I see now, like you
Yeah.
get it, you're like,
Yeah.
she just wants to
You
move
write the
like,
way you are, and it just continues and it
yeah,
goes and it
she
flows.
just wants you
Yeah.
to keep going and going and going, but she also knows how to put in plot. She knows how to put in a good hook. I mean, honestly, her hooks, like she knows how to put a hook in a story, and
Yeah.
then she knows how to leave it at the end of each book to create the need to move on to the next one.
Yeah.
And this is really, really important. Also, it's really, really important that in that when you move into your next book to still create the hook. So like in the book 2, I need to be hooked within the first couple of chapters or I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done because I need that to continue the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
It needs
I
you need
I
to have a
felt that
hook for the
series did a fantastic job of
overall
that.
arc. Yeah.
Now, the only reason why I haven't gone into book 3 is because I am the slow reader of the two of us. And
Sorry, move around.
oh, could you freaking
I
wiggle
know
worm? Sit still.
my camera like moves as I
It
move,
moves as it follows. Sometimes it zooms in on her face. It's great.
which I love because I am a wiggler and I need my chest.
I just keep spinning in my chair right now. I can't seem to stop. But I'm trying to play catch up with all of these other books that we're reading for book club and for what we're reading for
You'll
authors.
love Gossamer.
So,
and it's probably really important to note, we should throw in there that
she's coming back
anyone
on.
who has she is coming back on. We've been following her story pretty closely. She's got Neverthorn. Is it Neverthorn? You're welcome. I know
just great that we
everyone
just
wanted.
talk about it,
I
and then
know
all of a sudden
everyone
it pops
wanted a
on.
close up of my face.
Kisses. Oh, hey, girl.
Just kidding.
It's like you're
Okay.
telling loser.
Anyway, I wonder if it does it with this other finger. Does it do it with the other side? I wonder if it's only one hand.
Oh,
no,
nope. It works.
Not.
It does the thing.
Come on, baby. It doesn't like this hand though.
No, it doesn't.
Babe. Okay. Continue. Oh, I was talking. Okay. So you're welcome. Okay. I feel like I feel like now this is why I like doing it while we're here, because I feel like I don't want to, am I spelling it wrong?
Which one? Oh,
I just don't
Neverthorn?
want to get I don't want to get I don't want to get the name wrong because I'm actually really really excited about this book to come out.
Yeah,
When
Neverthorn.
Shannon was talking about it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is like legit." Like I'm pumped about this book. Like the way she described it. Yep, Neverthorn. And
Yep.
I love the cover.
Oh, it's
Like
beautiful.
you should put in here, mother effer. It sucks for someone who talks with their hands.
I know. We will put in a link
Yeah.
in
Because
show notes
or
and
even
everything
just
else.
show like the cover because the cover is like beautiful. Like the
Here, look.
colors
Oh,
of
I
it.
think I can share my screen. Hold on.
Can you on this? That'd be
Believe
dope.
so.
How come I can't? Oh, I can. Were you looking it up earlier?
I
Or did
had
you do
just
it
pulled
that
it up.
fast? Okay, I was like, damn,
Yep.
girl.
So there's that. Let's see if I can
Okay,
pull it
cool.
back over here. So it will be out in ebook, hardback. You can order it right now in ebook, hardback with special edition, and or a signed paperback. The audiobook is also currently making its way out, and it is going to be released on July 22nd. We will have Shannon on right before this releases on July 16th.
Oh, I'm so excited. I mean, look, okay, stop for 2 seconds. Like, look at the cover of this, okay? Like, this literally, this is why I'm so pumped about it. Okay, I like academia, first of all. No, go back and show the gate.
Oh, you want the gate? Okay.
Because look at it. Okay, so you have, like, it shows all the house symbols. So, like,
Yeah.
this is, like, going to be, like, she described it to be, like, an adult Harry Potter.
Yes.
Like similar to the fact like we're gonna do academia and there's gonna be houses, but these are like adults, like or maybe new adult, right? Because the way she described it is like the
New adult
girl
to adult.
is going
Because
back to
yeah.
learn something, right? So it's like I don't know. I'm just really pumped about it.
Explore the campus.
And maybe we should do another clip. Remember when we talked to her? Like we should do another clip of her describing it.
Yeah, I will.
Let's clip that out because honestly, I think that makes me so excited for it to come out. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I'm
I think that
pumped.
looks amazing. So I'm really excited for it to be coming out.
And she's excited for it too.
She's
like,
so excited.
Like when you hear her talk about it, you're just like, oh no, hey puppy. Hey puppy.
Hello.
Get in my face. He's like right up in your grill.
This is what happens when you have a giant breed.
Nope.
Hold on.
Happening.
Pause. Then you want to go outside. Alrighty. Back on track. We went through March. We talked about some of the books that we talked about Neverthorn and why we're excited, and our honorary mentions of 5-star reads.
Excited.
And what we would recommend from those books. So now we're going to go into April. Yeah. So I started off April.
I personally think we should I mean we're live, which is totes cool, but let's make this like
edit.
Yeah, like this is gonna be like another episode, right? Let's do.
You want to make it a second episode?
I think so.